Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Hey guys, it's Pierce back again with another episode of the Stanley Parable, episode 6. And last thing that happened was we went through a crazy maze like usual, and we're just about to enter this room after following the voice in my head for a very long time. So yeah, we're just gonna enter this room, chill. We're just chilling, yeah. Just gonna enter it.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Naka. Never mind. What?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
Is this how it ends?
It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
You broke life.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime,
Well, that's what just happened.
all of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah.
What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yep, I definitely missed a memo.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, this is where stuff gets real. I am going to follow the story, I think. Yeah, because we've done everything in the right at this point. We've done everything, haven't we? This is... Wait, no. Wait. No, we haven't. Can I go back? Come on, bro. That burns. Okay. We're just gonna take this route again.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, wait. Where was the area where we... I'm confused of where... that might be down here. I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know where it is, how to describe it.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Okay.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled.
Yeah.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Wow.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Close his eyes.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
Yep.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
You just got tricked again.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? and everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Been through this.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Hopefully some of y'all skipped through that, because that was pretty
Someone
long.
was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
What? That he hasn't said that before, has he? Yeah. Yo, that's don't be. Oh my. Yo, I hate this now. Yo, that's not even cool. Yeah, now I have to like look behind me and prepare. Oh my gosh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered
Okay,
the
we're going
door on his left. This was
across the
not the
right.
correct way to the meeting
Maybe
room,
if I
and
look
Stanley knew it
backwards.
perfectly well. Perhaps he
walk
wanted to stop by the
backwards.
employee lounge first, just to admire it.
So if I walk backwards, then it's like I know if he's following me.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room but eager to get back to business? Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm still scared of that. Oh yeah, we don't go over there. Okay, I know what we're doing. Okay,
And
so
he
last
detoured
time
through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
we've done this, and that's when things got kind of crazy. But we never have done this. Okay, now we've got. Do you say the door on the left after that? Or do we go back to? Yeah, let's go back to here for now.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave
What?
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he
This is
might
the
find
left
an
way.
answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Done this already, bruh.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Yo, let me go. I don't want to listen to this music.
Feeling
Cheers.
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Oh, yeah, I'm floating. Go right. No, you can't. Okay, guys. That's the end of the episode. Episode 6. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next one. The stuff is getting pretty repetitive and crazy. We need to find something. We need to continue on, figure out what's going on. So, yeah, stay tuned for the next one. See ya.